Marcus Reynolds had always cherished his weekend retreat, a quiet cabin tucked deep into the mountains. Far from the noise of city life, for him the cabin wasn't just a property. It was a sanctuary where he could unwind, fish by the creek, and enjoy the peace of nature. But one summer afternoon, that peace was broken when he returned from town to find a strange car parked outside his gate, and a woman aggressively rattling the cabin's lock. The woman was Karen Whitfield, the self-proclaimed queen of her neighborhood homeowners association. Though the cabin wasn't in her community, she insisted that the surrounding land belonged to the association, and therefore she had a right to access it. Marcus stood there, stunned, as Karen tugged at the doorknob, huffing in frustration. When he asked what she thought she was doing, she snapped back, "This cabin should be available for community use. I demand the key." Marcus calmly reminded her that the property was private and that she had no authority over it. But Karen, not used to being challenged, pulled out her phone and smugly declared, "Fine, we'll let the police settle this." Within minutes, a patrol car rolled up the gravel drive. Karen ran toward it with theatrical urgency, pointing at Marcus and proclaiming he was illegally occupying the cabin. The officer stepped out, weary but attentive, and asked to see proof of ownership. Marcus produced his deed and identification without hesitation. As the cop inspected the papers, Karen folded her arms with a self-satisfied grin, convinced Marcus would be thrown off her land. But when the officer turned to her, his expression shifted. His eyes narrowed, then widened with recognition. Slowly he leaned closer and whispered, "Madam Judge." Karen froze. The color drained from her face. Marcus stood puzzled until the officer continued, "I've seen you in court before. You're the one with multiple citations for harassment cases in the county." Marcus's jaw dropped. The self-righteous HOA queen wasn't just an entitled neighbor, she was a disgraced former municipal judge who had lost her bench after a string of misconduct scandals. The officer, now stern, informed her that attempting to break into Marcus's cabin constituted trespassing and attempted unlawful entry. Karen stammered, her bravado crumbling. She tried to protest, but the officer cut her off. "You're lucky he didn't press charges the moment he caught you at the door." He escorted her back to her vehicle, warning that if she returned, she'd face immediate arrest. Marcus watched silently as she drove away, humiliated and exposed. The mountains returned to their usual quiet, and Marcus couldn't help but smile. His cabin was safe, and Karen had learned, perhaps for the first time, that not every door